Boker Tov, good morning. We continue with our 3-minute daily dose of Torah. And we're looking at some of the practices of the 9 days. And I think, I don't remember if we quoted this very opening statement in the Shulchan Aruch about the 9 days. But the Mechaber says, Mish nichnas Av mema'atin b'simcha. From the time that Av enters, we diminish our joyfulness and joyful things. That is a perfect contrasting statement to what we say about the month of Adar. When the month of Adar comes in, Purim is in Adar, right? That's the center of Purim, of Adar. And so the month is called a joyous month. Misha Nichnas Adar, Marbim B'Simcha. When Adar comes in, we intensify our rejoicing. Misha Nichnas Av and Ma'atim B'Simcha. So we diminish our rejoicing. We spend a little time talking about some of the things that would be included in this, things that are just extraneous or pleasurable things or beautifying things. Just hold off, just at least wait until after Tisha B'Av to do a lot of those things. What about this? A second component which has to do with like Mazel, and there's a sense that during the 9 days it's a time of bad Mazel for the Jewish people. Certainly on the Jewish historical calendar, we point to a lot of things which certainly weren't Mazeldik and weren't considered to be a time of good omen or good tiding or just good chances of things going well. So we try to avoid, if we can, the discussion. Interestingly, in the Mechaber is, even if you're going to be going to court against someone who's not of our faith, they're going to have the better mazel than we are, so you shouldn't. So perhaps put off the date. And this is complicated. What do you do? And we found ourselves doing some things this year that we wouldn't have otherwise done during the 9 days because the COVID framing, when you never know when windows are going to close on opportunities to do certain things, and so we've engaged in them in our personal lives that I would otherwise say I'm not going to do it during the 9 days because I was worried about the mazel, but somehow recognized that in this year things had to be different. The end of the Siman and Shulchan Aruch that discusses all the rules of the 9 days gets back to the notion, really focusing more on the mazel element, and it says Tzarich lihizaher. People should be very careful from the 17th of Tammuz until Tisha B'Av shelo leilech yechidi midal sha'ot ad tet sha'ot. You shouldn't walk alone, at certain points of the day, which were just somehow seen as the time that dangers are out there and lurking. I'm not sure what the 4th and to the 9th hour of the day would be, that you shouldn't go alone out there because it's just not wise. It says in the Mishnah Berurah, "Chen yizaru b'yamim elu shelo leilech bein chama letzel." You shouldn't walk in the between the sun and the shade, and so these are really full of interesting folk worries about about bad mazel. You shouldn't hit the students during this time. In a period when corporal punishment was seen as an effective method, we've moved away from that. An effective method of teaching lessons. But somehow, at this period of time, the chances, God forbid, of something going wrong when you strike someone are greater. Can you imagine? This is what a fascinating world that we have here. This view of things. It's just not being a mazel dikashah. And so, indeed, things that you want good mazel for, the custom is to wait. Most things can wait until after Tisha B'Av. Let us indeed merit good mazel in so many areas of our lives. Be well. Have a good day.